For many commuters, rush hour traffic on Interstate 380 can be a headache.
And now some are calling for an expansion of the route, moving the road from 4 lanes to 6 lanes. CBS 2 reporter Jason Hackett joins us live now with details. Jason.
Tiffany and Scott, we spoke to officials here at the City Services Center a few hours ago. They say even though the issues are down the line, they want to tackle them now before it's too late. And it looks like the city won't be able to take on those issues alone. By the end of the decade, your 380 commute could get more tiresome.
We really look at things by when the level of service starts to get worse. For us, that starts in about 2020. And
IDOT's 2012 study, which looked at the interstate from the I-80 interchange all the way to Wright Brothers Boulevard, shows several areas of traffic concern. Among the most pressing, the stretch between Swisher and Wright Brothers Boulevard. For IDOT, the study leads to one solution.
Add lanes on the inside, as we did throughout I-80, through Coralville and Iowa City, and then put a concrete barrier rail down the middle.
The solution is fairly simple, but securing funding is anything but. Not including this project, IDOT says it has identified $200 million in project needs it currently doesn't have funding for.
DOT has a finite amount of dollars, and without something like a gas tax expansion or additional revenues coming into the state, there really isn't going to be enough money to do these kinds of projects.
The City of Cedar Rapids says it wants to make the push before it's too late. David Elgin says the city will do what it can to make sure the project is a priority for IDOT, from meeting with transportation planning agencies to using legislative influences.
It does boil down to getting priorities assigned and dealing with those priorities.
As for funding, Elgin says the city is hoping a change in the gas tax could give them the boost they need.
Whether it's state or federal, it is clear there's not a sufficient use tax being collected to be able to fund the needs of the infrastructure that's needed to serve those vehicles that are on the roads.
Now, IDOT says nothing can get off the ground until an environmental study is done, and that study hasn't even been commissioned yet. There's also no word on how much this project will potentially cost. We're covering the corridor tonight in Cedar Rapids. Jason Hackett, CBS 2 News.